The following health update is brought to you by Health by Yourself. Visit us on the web at healthbyyourself.net. Diet books are the #1 selling books. Contained within those books are usually a set of rules, a list of what is good and what is bad. So most of us have sort of acquired some type of a list based on what we have been told or read. And what's happening is we're becoming dependent on other people to tell us what is good and what is bad for us. The more you are dependent on somebody else to tell you what is good or bad for you, the less skilled you are at determining for yourself what is good and what is bad for you. And I'll give an example that you can all relate to, and that is when you learn how to drive. Can you imagine if you were to teach a 16-year-old how to drive, and you go to a parking lot and you tell them, don't worry about looking around, I'll tell you exactly how to drive. So they go to drive and you say left, right, stop, a little bit more to the right, a little more to the left, strong left. Would that be insane? Of course that would be insane, and the reason that is so ridiculous is because the driver is in the best position to determine how to drive. He has his hands on the steering wheel and his feet on the brakes. All he has to do is learn how to coordinate all the different parts, his eyes, his hands, his feet. And with practice, he gets better and better at it. So when he's first on the freeway, sure, he's wandering to the left and to the right, but after a few months, he's driving in a straight line. And that's entirely due to the fact that his nervous system is becoming more perceptive and coordinated. But did it ever occur to you that diet is the exact same thing? We have a whole area of our brain just for that. We have an area of our brain that tastes things. And then we have a physiological reaction every time we eat something, and we're just going to link the feeling of the reaction to the taste of the food, the color of the food, or the whole experience of the food. Once that food is stored in your memory and you need that reaction, you'll naturally crave that same food. It's so simple. So to learn how to drive, just open your eyes and throw the passenger out the door. Start off slow and practice. Within 3 months, you'll be driving 10 times better than you were before. So that's exactly the program that we use for nutrition. You're going to throw away the books, so everything you eat, you're going to taste it, and you're going to notice how you react. Instead of thinking of the fettuccine alfredo as being good or bad, think of it like this. It does something to you. You just have to figure out what it does, and then whether or not in the future you want that reaction. A couple quick examples. Let's say you're taking vitamins. It's easier to test vitamins if you can taste them, and also it's easier if you do it consistently. For instance, if you eat the vitamins with the same foods, and if they're liquid vitamins, you can taste them. So don't assume the vitamins are good or bad. It might take a few days of sort of establishing that reaction in your body. For the next few months, you may very well crave those vitamins. It's also very likely that after a few months, you don't crave them anymore, and we can presume that your body is now saturated with those vitamins. Whatever new recipes or whatever new foods you're doing, you're going to test them in the exact same way you would test a vitamin or anything else. You taste it, enjoy it, notice how you react. If your body needs it, you'll tend to want it more. You might notice that you need it at certain times. Your physiology is always changing. So in the same way a good driver can adapt to different conditions, a person who develops his food skills will have an internal list, a dynamic list, far more accurate than any expert could provide you. Thanks for listening. Visit us on the web at healthbyyourself.net.